And I'm here to tell you, Mr. Rosenstein, I think the public trust in this whole thing is gone. You're the guy in charge. You could disband the Mueller special prosecutor, and you can do what we've all called for. Appoint a second special counsel to look into this, to look into Peter Strzok, Bruce Orr, everything else we've learned in the last several weeks.
Wow, frustration from Jim Jordan. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein in the hot seat over allegations of political bias on the Mueller's special counsel team.
Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz is a former member of the House Judiciary Committee, and he joins us now to weigh in, also Fox News contributor. What do you think about this? Do you think a second special counsel needs to be appointed because the public trust is gone?
I think the gut reaction is, yeah, let's have another special counsel. But how's the first one working?
Terrible.
I mean, I don't think you do a second one. I think you put this on the Inspector General. They have 450 employees under Michael Horowitz. They've been looking at this for a year and a half. And part of the reason we know about all this bias and all these things that you have coming out is because of the Inspector General. And by the way, it's not just bias, but we're moving quickly towards collusion within the Department of Justice.
Right.
And that needs a deep-seated look, but the Inspector General's in a better position to do that than another special counsel.
One should not eclipse the other. Like, there's no reason for Congress to get kicked to the curb while the Inspector General's doing his job. Can't you do both?
No, and behind the scenes, I'm telling you, because I've been in that seat, the Inspector General is communicating with members of Congress, not giving them specific details, but giving updates as to where they are. And I think in January, February, he's going to come out with a year-and-a-half-long report, and it will be the definitive word on what's happening.
The Wall Street Journal on the op-ed page today, they write that the evidence is building that some officials at the FBI may have interfered in an American presidential election. That is jaw-dropping.
It is, and think of the irony here. The collusion that we're actually looking at now has to do with what the FBI and some rogue agents are doing. The overwhelming majority of people do a good job there. They're patriotic, they're hardworking. There's 100,000 people, there's 10,000 attorneys, but somehow the people directly around Mr. Mueller have not only a conflict of interest, I mean, you have a fact witness whose husband works at the FBI. And I think Trey Gowdy did a great job of that, and John Radcliffe really did highlight this.
Will the vetting system change? Because Brian was reporting this morning that 9 out of the 15 investigators on this case was at the Russia investigation.
Gave to on the Mueller team.
Gave to Democrats.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're going to come in with their own sort of bias, their own political view, but they're not only wearing it on their shirt sleeves, they're bringing it to work, and they're gathering together. You look at that one particular email where they talk about needing this insurance policy. That moves, again, beyond, hey, I really, I like Hillary Clinton, but it moves to a whole nother realm that it looks like they're getting together. And again, you got Bruce Orr, the number 4 person at the Department of Justice.
His wife
is
here.
And it's not like Microsoft-sized company. This is an organization with like 15 people.
It is 15 investigators. You have the text, is what I was saying. You actually read that, remember?
So Jim Jordan, he said the public trust is gone, and he said this was the most egregious text message that he read between Strzok and his girlfriend Lisa Page. I want to believe the path. Okay, first let me tell you, he's talking about a meeting with the FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, August 2016. He says, I want to believe the path you threw out for consideration in Andy's office. There is no way that Trump gets elected, but I am afraid we can't take that risk.
Andrew McCabe, and nobody's talking about this, he has his own conflicts. When his wife was going to run in Virginia, he said he was going to recuse himself. Then he withdrew the recusal, and then they did the fundraiser.
Lots of questions this morning.
See you on Outnumbered.